Hello and welcome to the Solid Sports and Gaming channel. You're watching another presentation of the Solid Sports video blog, the SSVB episode number 90. Today's date is January 11th, 2019. Thank you so much for joining me. I'm Troy West, and thank you for all the support throughout here on YouTube and via the PlayStation Network, as the network followers are getting even bigger. So I appreciate that. Today's blog, not too much to talk about other than the little NBA. There's teams still, there's no clear-cut team this year to be a favorite to win the championship, at least not in my opinion. I think the Warriors, probably still the favorite, but I don't think it's by that much. We'll talk about both the East and the Western conferences as the All-Star break is coming soon as well. Of course, NFL playoffs this weekend. Divisional round starts tomorrow afternoon as the Colts and the Chiefs was getting started, and then Sunday afternoon the Eagles and Saints will end it, but we'll cover all 4 games. I was wrong about all 4 games last week, so hopefully I have a better week this week. So we're going to talk about those games. And what's to come on the channel? Video game playthroughs. I'm about to go back to some retro story stuff, so that means Sonic Mania, Mega Man X3, and the rest of the Mega Man X series as well. Probably do some live Call of Duty as well coming up soon, so check it all out. But let's go ahead and get started with the blog. NBA, like I said, no clear-cut team. This year the Warriors look very vulnerable. Maybe they just bored with the regular season. But I think right now Denver is the 1 seed. I mean, if the playoffs would begin today for some reason, Denver would be the top team in the West. But I think from 1 to all the way to like 11th or 12th, teams only separated by about 6 games or so it's pretty mushed up. The teams on the rise, like Utah's playing a little bit better. I've been noticing them lately. Lakers have been playing okay without LeBron James. That's a storyline. Blazers still playing well. Like I said, I mentioned the Denver Nuggets. So the West pretty much really stacked. The East a little bit more clear cut, at least who the top teams are. Toronto and Milwaukee right now the best record in the NBA. Giannis Antetokounmpo is playing out of his mind, the Greek freak. Toronto still playing well. Kawhi Leonard, to me, is my MVP, slightly over Giannis, but that could change if Milwaukee continue to hold on to that one spot. Philadelphia is still in the mix, and Boston. And the Indiana Pacers, which has been a quiet team for the last 2 years, again is right there in that top group. They separated a little bit. You got the Brooklyn Nets, who's a bit of a surprise this year. Just see the Miami Heat last night beat Boston pretty well. There's 2 teams to look out for at the bottom half. The bottom half is pretty much wide open. Wizards still hanging around. They've been playing better of late. So his team's still hanging around in the East, but I mean it's a clear cut who's the top teams are. The West is pretty much 1 through 10. You know, it's pretty much bunched up, no separation. But All-Star break is coming. That's when you really start seeing teams separate themselves from the others. So we'll see how that breaks down. But other than that, no off the court stuff in the NBA really that much this week. So we're just going to go ahead and move on to the NFL playoffs, the divisional round. Of course, last week, like I said, by predictions, I was pretty much way off. They get not 1 game right, all the games went the opposite way. So, for people probably hoping I don't pick a team this week, maybe they'll win. But I mean, the playoffs, like I said from the beginning, all 12 teams that was involved. You can argue that they have a chance to go all the way. So not really surprising how things turned out last week, but you know, both Sixers won, and then both the AFC and the NFC, so that flipped the bracket a little bit. Bears with a ball crusher loss to the Eagles, that was devastating. Cowboys barely won, even though I think they still dominated that game, but still, they only won by 2. Chargers pretty much dominated the Ravens, even though they made a push. Ravens made a push to come back. And the Colts pretty much handled the Houston Texans. So So we will go ahead and get started with the first game of the weekend. First Saturday game, the Indianapolis Colts, number 6 seed against the 1 seed, the Kansas City Chiefs. Chiefs 5.5 favorite here. Like I said, I'm just sort of free balling right now. I thought about a lot of the games, but I didn't make no official picks before. I said, well, whatever how I feel when I record, that's what I'm gonna go with. This game is tough to pick. Pretty much all of these games are. Chiefs at home, but the playoff history is not that well at home. I don't think they won a home playoff game since Montana, which is at least pushing 25 years ago, maybe longer. But I don't know. I just got to feel that the Chiefs gonna pull it out. They're gonna be close. I think the Colts will be able to do what they want to do on offense. But I think Patrick Mahomes will shine here, and I think the weather will actually help the Chiefs. I'm starting to believe. First, I was like, well, the Kareem Hunt losing him wasn't a big deal, but it was a factor, but not Super Bowl ending factor. But the way the Chiefs have looked, even though the offense still continue to put up points, but that balance haven't been there. Can the Colts take advantage of that? But I'm gonna go with the Chiefs slightly. I think it'll be less than a 5-point game. I think it'll probably be like a field goal or something like that. The Colts are very full, but I think if the Colts win this game, they could be in the Super Bowl because they'll be able to beat, I think, no matter who wins between New England and LA, I think they could go there and win as well. But I'm going to go with the Chiefs here to win and host the AFC Championship next week. Second game of Saturday night in Los Angeles, the Dallas Cowboys, the 4th seed, will go against the 2-seeded LA Rams. Rams are 7-point favorites here. This game to me could go either way. Dallas defense has been very strong all year long. Can they slow down this Ram offense? Rams with some injuries off offense. Todd Gurley not 100% healthy. You know what happened to Cooper Kupp and a couple of other few injuries. Offense haven't been as sharp, but I think that week off is going to help them. I think the home field not going to help them that much because I think it's going to be probably more Dallas fans there. But I think the Cowboys, I'm just going to go with the Rams here. I just think they've been the better team overall. I think it'll be close though. I think Dallas will make it a fight with the defense. But I think their offense is sort of predictable with Elliott. I think Gurley and that offense on the Rams side is a little bit more unpredictable. I think they'll be able to get a few plays, enough to win the game. They're going to be less than 7. So these point spreads a little high. And I think the Rams will win though over Dallas. I think it'd be about 3-4 point game within that range. So that means the Rams will move on to the NFC Championship, in my opinion. We move on to Sunday. The Los Angeles Chargers, 5th seed, of course, coming off the upset of the Baltimore Ravens, go into New England, where they pretty much almost unbeatable at home, especially in the playoffs. The 2 seed, 4-point favorites in this game. I picked the Patriots, so I'm gonna just stick with that. Don't feel confident about any of these games, trust me. I just think somehow the Patriots are gonna pull it out. And I think that point spread a little high, like I said, 4 points. I think it'll be closer. Chargers, offense to be, even though they won last week, their offense still looked a little shaky, but the Patriots defense is a little bit shaky as well. Will they be able to take advantage of that? But the weather is going to be cold. Like I said, I think that's a factor. That might slow down the Chargers a little bit. I think they got to get off to a fast start, and if they don't, I think it'd be hard for them to come back. I'm going to go with the Patriots, though. Say about a 3-point game. I think this will be a nail-biter as well. And the Patriots will move over to the AFC Championship. So I got the Patriots and the Chiefs meeting in the AFC Championship next week. And our final game of the weekend, the Philadelphia Eagles, Super Bowl champions from last year, find a way to get it done with Nick Foles. They go into New Orleans to face the number 1 seeded New Orleans Saints. Saints 8-point favorites. Now this game, you know, I wouldn't be shocked if the Eagles shocked the world again and won this game, but I think the Saints with the week off, everybody coming back healthy, the defense been looking better, offense been a little shaky, but I think them getting that week off is going to help. They in that dome. I ain't going to factor the game they played earlier this year when they blew the Eagles out. Oh, excuse me, sorry about that. I think it'd be a closer game though. I think Nick Foles, for some reason, this Philadelphia Eagles team, They follow Nick Foles, so I think they're going to fight. I don't think they're going to roll over. 8-point sounds pretty good, but I think it'll be a less than an 8-point game as well. I think the Saints will pull it out though at the end and move on to the NFC Championship, which means they will face the Los Angeles Rams. So I got all the top seeds this week, all the home teams, which seem easier. But I do not feel 100% confident about any of these picks. Of course, last week made it even worse, me not getting one single game right. But I think, other than the Rams, I think the Chiefs, Patriots, and Saints, they home field is going to matter in these games. I think the Rams are just clearly a better team than the Cowboys, so that's why I'm going to go with the Rams here, even though they're at home. And we'll probably have to deal with the Dallas Cowboy fans as well. I just think Dallas is not balanced on offense. I think that even though Dak has played better of late, throwing the football and all, but I think Rams a little bit more balanced, and I think that'll be the difference in the game. So we'll see what happens. Like I said, I was wrong all last week. Hopefully I get at least one right this week. But I'm feeling all the top seeds, the 1 and 2s will beat in the NFC Championship. In the NFC Championship means I got Saints, Rams next week, if every day goes the way I think, and Patriots going to Kansas City to face the Chiefs, and both games will be rematches from earlier this year. So that is the weekend of the NFL playoffs. And like I said, this blog wasn't going to be that long. We're about to wrap it up. Congratulations to the Clemson Tigers. Another game I was wrong about. Dominating the Alabama Clemson Tide on Monday night. Winning their second championship. What was it? 44-16, I think was the final score. Dabo Swinney definitely deserved to be commended in that Clemson team. Look like it's going to be them two teams for the next few years, battling it out for the national championship. There's other teams up and coming like Georgia, LSU from the SEC, other teams out there. So we'll see how they shake out next year. But Clemson with the domination of the Alabama, I didn't think it was going to be. There wasn't a surprise Clemson won, but the way they won was dominant. And that freshman quarterback for Clemson, he's like the real deal. So he can't go nowhere for another 2 years, so we'll see how these turns out. But congratulations to the Clemson Tigers as they win the national championship. For us, what's more to come on the channel? Like I said, I mentioned the Retro Series. The Retro Series is coming back, at least until some more newer games come out that I'm interested in. Mega Man X3, I got one video left to do with that, and then I'll move on to Mega Man X4. Then I'll move on to the second collection, so I got a lot to go there. And Sonic Mania, I want to finish up the Mighty playthrough, the Armadillo playthrough. I think about halfway through, so I try to start doing videos on that as well. And of course, Call of Duty, all day, every day, all the time. That'll be on the channel. And if you, like I said, if you missed any of my other projects, definitely check out my channel. God of War, Spider-Man, I just finished that up, all the DLC. So check it all out right here on the Silent Sports and Gaming channel. Doing my blog early, got a day off today and a little bit of tomorrow, so I just want to try to enjoy it. So that's why I want to get this blog out the way. And so I had some free time. Of course, the next vlog won't be until next Saturday or Friday. It should be Saturday this time. It's Friday I actually work, so probably next Saturday morning. So check me out then. So that'll do it. Not much more to say or talk about. Episode 90 is in the books. Happy New Year if I haven't said that already. Just want to thank everybody. Thank my PlayStation Network followers who's been growing day by day of late. So I thank you on that end, and YouTube as well as always. I'm Troy West, and thank you so much. Try to stay warm if you're on the East Coast. Very, very cold here. I'm in Baltimore. It's not even 30 degrees. It's cold, and I gotta go outside in it, so gotta get myself prepared for that. Thanks you guys for all the support. I'm gonna go ahead and wrap it up. I'll see you guys next time. Thank you so much. Enjoy the rest of your week. See you next week. Thanks again.